There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. And now grow a whole collection of fun with Chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree to keep your pets company. Chia Pets and Trees, the pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet and Chia Tree are available at Kmart, Rite Aid, Ames, and Woolworth. Makes a great gift.
I'm back. Actually, I never left. So, if you've been following my channel, you've seen me do a ton of things with Chia, my full Chia node, my plex / Chia storage, all this different stuff that I've been doing. You can see here, here, and here, the consolidation of my Ethereum mining rigs into more of a streamlined server setup. Last Chia video I had, I consolidated it all into one server. And my overall goal was always to have a storinator or one massive server for all of my storage and my plex. The biggest, most important thing for me is my plex. I have a lot of users on there and their family and friends, and that's my biggest storage. And secondary is the Chia plots, which I do have 200 terabytes of Chia stuff that is just sitting around doing nothing really. And so this project was a really fun project. I ended up getting this server out of nowhere. I went to pick up 2 server cases for Tony for his project here and here, and the guy had this 3rd server of basically, it was a JBOD server, and he said, oh, I'm looking to sell this. And I said, okay, well, how much do you want for it? Because I'll take it if it's reasonable. So I got a really good price on this JBOD, or just basically drive server. It has 20 drives in the front, and that was not quite enough. We were going to have to do some custom computing magicry to get in the 25 drives that I needed, because I had 25 drives and I wanted them all in there efficiently. So you'll watch that in this video. The next one is, obviously I have to keep plotting because I ended up wiping out those drives when I was going to sell them. So they're empty, so now I'm plotting again. Like, I feel like it's like 2020 and I'm a noob at Chia. So anyways, we're already over 130 terabytes of plots, and I have probably another like 60 terabytes to plot. I only have 2 farmers, only have 2 plotters though now. Before I had 5 or 6, I think. So now I only have 2, so it's going to take a long time. It'll take me like a month to finish that storage. But either way, I'm at 100% capacity. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I hope you are too. I'm back on the Chia vibe just because, well, I got a new server, so why not? And also, I mean, Ethereum is going away, so maybe Chia is the only thing that's going to be like really profitable. Maybe not even profitable, but fun. All right, stay tuned. I really liked this video. I loved figuring out the JBOD and fiddling with the case, so I hope you enjoy it too. And stay tuned for more content. I'm back, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm back. Finally, I get to do something that I want to do. All of the stuff downstairs is finally finished. The thermals, the rental space, everything, all the servers are working like clockwork. And now finally I get to do a project that I want to do. And I've been wanting to do this since the start of Chia. So because JBODs are so expensive, I wasn't able to officially do this. So the way I previously got around this with all my Chia stuff and my Plex storage was to create 2 separate servers. I always wanted to have it all in one server, and now I get to do that, but not without a lot of planning. So let's go downstairs, see what we're replacing, and see what we're replacing it with. Finally, it's happening. Alrighty, so in here we see that bottom server there
That's Goose, as you can see, and that is a 4U server. It contains 13 drives in there, and I'd pull it out, but I can't pull it out right now. But we're going to be replacing that 13 drives Chia / plex with this puppy, 20 bay JBOD, ready to go. Ugh, it is heavy, but I finally get to replace that server down there with a shiny new disk array. All right, let's lug this upstairs and take a look at it. All right, that thing is heavy. This is a beast. Look at this. Beautiful. Uh-oh. And it even came with a whole bunch of drives, which I'm not going to be using because they're like 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte drives here. But this is awesome. All right, let's take a look inside. Oh, baby. Look at this Christmas present. I have always wanted one of these to be able to house all of my drives. And now you might say, custom computing, you have way too many drives to go in there. Well, all of these actually came with it, and I'm not using any of these drives here. These are all 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte drives. So I'm not going to be using any of those drives. The ones that are laid out under here, so those are all 10 terabytes. A couple of them are 8s, a few 6s. I'm going to be using those as well as the 13 that are already in Goose. Now, you might say that's still more than 20. Well, that is also true. There's 20 spots here, and because we are custom computing, we are going to be putting an additional 3 or 4 up here. I believe Windows has a max of 26 drives. So currently we have 13 in the other one plus a partition, so that's 14. So we need another 10 drives that we can put in here. So anyways, we're going to open this up and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like inside, and we're going to have to do some testing before we even think about swapping this in for the other one, because that's a production system for my Plex and my farming, so I don't want to take it down and then have to troubleshoot a whole bunch of drives that are not showing up or they're not labeled properly and what have you. So let's take a look at the insides of this beauty. All right, we got the lid off, and this is what it looks like inside. So it came with a 600 watt EVGA power supply. There's 2 high flow 80mm fans at the back here. There's a ton of SAS expansion cables here, and 3 120mm fans mid plate. And then you can see back here is the power. So on the left hand side here, we've got Molex power going to the backboard. And then this is all the SATA connections here. There's 20 of them. And the last 4 on top are done with SATA, just regular SATA cables. So these ones down here are done with the SAS expansion cables, and each one of them contains, I believe, 4 different SATA ports. So pretty cool. We're not going to be using these. I have SATA expansion cards already, and we're going to need 20 plus SATA expansions. So I already have 2 10 times SATA expansion cards that we're going to be putting in here, and then the rest can be on board because the motherboard will have the remaining slots. So we're going to use this power supply. We're probably not going to be using these. We're just going to be actually running literally like 20 SATA cables, which I do have. So I think it's pretty basic. Like, as long as this thing is just powered in with the Molex, then we just punch in, all the drives will be powered by this. The way we're going to get an additional 4 drives in here is I'm going to have my SSD, which is the OS. It's going to just be double-sided taped over here. So that's 1 extra drive. And then we're going to actually remove these pieces of metal here, here, here. Actually, we may not have to remove that. Take this off, take this off. I don't even know what these are here for. But we're going to be mounting 1, 2, 3. So that'll give us 23. These 3 are going to have to be powered by the power supply because they're not going to be plugged into the back circuit board here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then my SSD is going to be taped here, which is 4 extra drives for 24 drives in here, and maybe we'll try to get a 25th because that will give us all 26 drive letters used. I have 1 drive that's partitioned, so yeah, we're gonna try and get 26 in here. This is awesome. And this is how we're going to get 25 drives in here. So you can see here that I've kind of already laid them out. There is a small issue where there are some standoffs here that are elevated, and there's about 4 of them. So let's take this off. So there's just a little bit of the kind of like a screw elevation here. So there's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 2 more over here. Also this portion here is elevated too. So what I'm thinking of, it should be really easy. I should just be able to drill this right out. Just take these right out, drill them right through because there's nothing underneath. It's just empty space. So put a piece of paper towel underneath here, drill those out, make this flush, and then that way we can have 4 more drives on top. The lid closes because there's a lot of space here. And that's how we're going to get 25 drives. So it'll be 20 here, hot swappable, 4 more up here, and then there'll be 25 will be my SSD back here. So yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Okay guys, I think that's it for now. We're just going to do a 10-minute video on this one. Then we're going to do part 2 on how I fabricate the case, put on the rails, start to put in the drives, some of the complications that I got into while dealing with this, especially with the fact that these drives were shucked from external drives. So with the Western Digital white labels, we had to put on the tape over the power to make it register, whatever. We'll get through that to the next one. Either way, stay tuned, please subscribe, and please like. This is part of like what I love to do, and if you enjoy it, then I enjoy it, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.